So I wrote a piece related to ties of kinship that got published in the Washington Post, their Monkey Cage blog, about the Dutch referendum on the EU and Ukraine earlier this year. And what I said was that Rus is in fact part of Europe in the medieval period. Ukraine is part of Europe in the modern period, and this is the way we should be talking about and viewing these things. We shouldn't necessarily let these old ideas of divisions of Europe dictate what we're doing either in my period in the past or in the current period of the present. Putin is trying very strongly to gather all of Rus, its history, its culture, everything for himself and for Russia. And in fact, that's not the case. I'm very careful in my work to talk about Rus, not to talk about Ukraine or Russia or Belarus, which often gets left out. But Rus is in fact the progenitor of all three of those different states. And in the period I'm talking about, it's really one. And then over the course of the 12th century, we begin to see movement into different areas where Vladimir Suzdal in the northeast begins to come into its own and begins to have its own prominence. But Galicia-Volhynia in the southwest is also having its own prominence. And of course, the works of Hrushevsky still stand up to this day as a great narrative of what's going on in that period in those places.